Buffalo Grove Pride Parade is coming up on June 1st, and they just announced the Grand Marshals.
Really? Who are they going to have?
It's us!
No!
Pew, 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 pew,
It is. It's
pew,
us.
pew, pew, pew. Yeah. Pew, 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 pew. So excited about this. And joining us now is the tremendous force behind the Pinta Pride Project, Carolyn Pinta. Hello, my friend.
Good morning, Grand Marshals. How are you?
We are doing
are
fine
grand,
and
thank
dandy.
you.
We are grand and fabulous.
And excited.
I know. First, thank you so much for having us. We were thrilled to find out that, like, when you asked us, we're thrilled to find out that things are finally, I think, are going to work out and everything. So thank you, thank you, thank you. How many? This is what the?
No, thank you.
Oh, pshaw, pshaw, pshaw. Pshaw. What number is this of the Pride Parade?
This will be 7.
That's
7.
what I thought.
Oh, wow.
Holy smokes. That is just amazing. And
Time is passing.
time is passing. And
Yeah.
girl, let me tell you, just beyond just the Buffalo Grove Pride Parade that the Pinta Pride Project is behind, y'all have just been on fire out there getting your voices heard out in the suburbs. How are things going out there? You organized a protest yesterday.
Oh, my gosh. We feel the same way you feel. WCPT keeps me sane. I listen to in the car, right? I
Spread the word.
relate. And that's all you can do is raise your voice, right?
Mm-hmm.
And lucky because of the Pride Parade that it's pretty easy for me with contacts to throw something together, and it's not a big deal to get any kind of permitting or anything. They actually will trust me to do something and leave me alone. Yay.
Yeah.
So
Yay.
I bring people out to be loudmouths on a street corner. And, you know, the best part about it, as you know, I know you guys were at a protest yesterday, that just the camaraderie of knowing there's so many more of us than there are of them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So yesterday, how was your turnout? Because you seemed like you had a pretty good turnout for Buffalo Grove.
It was great. I'm going to say it was between 500 and 600.
Amazing.
But you know what? Let me give a shout out. I have several activist friends in the area that run different groups. There's a progressive Palatine. There's somebody in Arlington Heights. We were the smallest one. I hear that down in, was it Gurnee, they had 3,000 people.
Mm-hmm.
Arlington Heights had 1,000 people. I mean, within a 10-mile radius of us, they were all in the streets. Now, did it look like Chicago? No. But
No.
what I love about doing it out here is that we can get those people who want to be involved but won't be involved if they have to go down to the city.
True.
They don't walk well. They're scared,
Right.
whatever the issue may be. And it's not like we can say to them, well, too bad, you got to go to the city. They just won't participate. But offering it out here, they come. They come out. It's great.
Mm-hmm. And,
Beautiful.
Yeah, and it's something that, well, we've been talking about the past couple of weeks. It's like, well, when these protests, they might seem, not as huge as Chicago or whatever, or these larger cities, even these smaller, protests at Tesla dealerships. But it is showing people that there are other folks who have had it up to here. They're mad as hell. They're not going to take it any longer, and that they're out on the streets. And I think what you are doing is you are actively living your values, and you are demonstrating behavior that I'm very confident that people will say, well, if they can go out and do this, I can join them the next time.
There's safety in numbers.
There's something about that. and it's not even safety in numbers. It's about community. Safety is, that's one thing.
But I mean, someone who grew up in the northwest suburbs, they've always been Republican leaning. Although in the last couple of presidential elections, it is not. They've gone for the Democratic candidate. But I think people are still. When I say safety, meaning like, I don't want to offend my neighbors because there's a lot of Republicans, they don't have the percentage that the city has. So I think people do feel not a physical safety, of course, but a mental safety about, wow, I didn't know my neighbors were all at that. I need to go to that too. I mean, it's contagious. And That's why I think it's so important
Exactly.
that it happens.
It's the positive version of peer pressure, right?
Yes,
Right? Yeah.
that's exactly what it, yes.
Yeah, it's called live your values.
You live your values.
It's great. So, what else have you all been up to? I know you had the hands off yesterday.
Exactly.
And I believe, did you celebrate? There was a Trans Day of Visibility.
There was.
Yes,
Shout out to Crystal Larson, who runs the LGBTQ Center of Lake County, who put together an in solidarity protest. There were 8 groups within a half an hour radius in the suburbs that each held their own. And we all did it exactly the same time and posted all of our pictures together. And she did a tremendous job bringing people together. Highwood Pride was part of it, PFLAG. I can't think of all the groups. There were 8 of them, but we did that one in solidarity.
Nice.
And then, maybe 2 weeks before that, we just did it, a general, well, let's just get out there and hold up our signs. Let's just be visible, as visible as we possibly can be. And I got to tell you, I would say you won't believe this, but I know you will believe it. I teach middle school. And since I'm not going to call him the president. What should I call him? We'll call him 47. Since 47 has made his pronouncement of what trans people are now and what they are not, right?
Mm-hmm.
I cannot believe the emboldenment that I see in young kids. I'm a teacher who wears, thank God we're in Illinois, one of my favorite T-shirts is Protect Trans Kids. Mm-hmm. And I have a student who chooses to wear a MAGA hat on Fridays, so you know the type of student, who bullies me about what I wear. Like, it is unbelievable. And it's so hard to say to a child that he will scream at me down the hallway, there are only 2 genders. And how sad that you can't say to a child that they could repeat what the leader says, right? It's just such a disgusting time. So we have to keep being loud.
Yeah,
Yes,
we really do. Wow,
We have to drown them out. So tell us, what is in store for people if they want to know about or come to the Buffalo Grove Pride? Tell us about how the day will unfold.
Absolutely. Well, we're so excited to have WCPT involved, and I'm still working with the station a little bit, but I'm hoping it's going to work out that you all are going to be able to go through as Grand Marshals starting at 11 and then be able to have a booth and host your show.
And hop on to the end.
Which would be so cool, and I could not be more proud to put that on our parade again, WCPT, where facts matter.
Right.
That's so important. So when you guys get through, I'm anticipating when we're all tied up that it's going to be about an hour and a half long, 100 groups going through, a lot of our same favorites, Chicago Pride Guard, a lot of the usuals coming, and a lot of suburban groups as well. And the theme this year is Pride is Natural, and we're going to encourage everybody to maybe add a little bit of greenery, just because we thought that would be kind of fun.
Okay.
But the whole idea that BG Pride is family friendly, and there is nothing more beautiful and pure than an LGBTQ family, and they are normal and natural, just like everybody else's family. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of going to be our theme. I know that you know about the late, great Tommy DiLorenzo, who passed away this year.
Balloons by Tommy, yeah.
Oh, God, it's so sad. And they're so wonderful. They've been a huge part of our parade every year. They always open it. Mm. So we definitely have some things in store to honor Tommy.
Oh, nice. Great.
How many floats do you generally have? Or
you know, the number of people that do floats versus cars versus whatnot, I guess I'm going to say about half and half.
So what's the how many total, like cars, floats, whatnot? I mean, how long does the parade take to pass by, for example?
The parade is probably an hour and a half from start to finish.
Okay, well, that's pretty good length.
And about 100. We'll have about 100 entries.
Oh, wow. Mm-hmm. And do you have the route set up, or is that something that's still in the works?
We do, actually. That's what's so great. Now it's been going on so long, it's like clockwork.
Good.
You know, so we just know the month before what has to be done, who has to be met with to get everything together, and get it up and running.
Nice.
Yeah. Amazing. Well, of course, y'all, the Pintas are a force to be reckoned with.
Oh my goodness, they sure are.
I'm sure your
well,
husband.
they either love us or they really, really hate us. Gee, I bet you can relate to that.
How many people do you estimate have been coming out to the parade over the last 7 years? I'm sure it's grown. I'm sure last year there were more than the year
has.
before.
In the parade, we have about 2,000 participants. And on the sideline, I'm going to guess anywhere from, on a low year, 4,000, and on a high year, maybe 8,000.
Nice.
I don't think we quite get as big as Aurora, but it does grow every year. So
Awesome.
Yeah, we can't compare with Aurora. Aurora is the second largest city in the state, so it's like you gotta do that. Even though I understand it is the burbs, and size doesn't matter. That's what they say.
Right. It's still a great. I mean, it's a great. That's what Scott's.
That's what they say.
That's what they say. But no, it is. It's a great a number of people for the suburbs. I mean, it's fantastic that you look at what we are so proud of what you have done. We were with you from the beginning, and to see how you
so appreciative.
And I know you've had. It wasn't easy. I know that you've had a lot of things in your way, but you've managed to overcome all of them to make this beautiful event. We're just really honored to be a part of it.
Oh, thank you. We are honored to have you. We'll talk details for sure in the coming months.
Yeah, I'm sure we will.
Yeah, it'll be here before you know it.
So you've been doing this type of activism for 7+ years now.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Do you find that your motivation or your commitment, do you find that has changed, or it has just been solidified, or what keeps you showing up on a random Saturday? Let's just go out with some signs, like what is it? I mean, first of all, I'm sure part of it's just because it's in your DNA, because you are a middle school teacher. I will say this to my dying day. Middle school teachers, their place in heaven is roughly the size of Rhode Island, because it's true. Middle school, even that little ding dong with the MAGA hat who's yelling at you, like, it is such a horrible time in a kid's life. It's so hard. Your body's going through changes. You're becoming aware of of social pressures. There's all this stuff, and they smell weird. They just smell weird, But the people who
are too much.
The Axe body spray, much Axe body spray.
Exactly.
But there's something so special about middle school teachers who are able to navigate these hard times, these challenging years with these kids. It really takes a very special person to stay a middle school teacher. I taught 6th grade for 1 year, and I was like, no. But you know what I mean? Like, I don't have it in me, but I recognize there is some. Yeah, I know. So does that spirit help you just continue to show up?
Absolutely. Yes. Like if I can deal with 8th grade boys,
right.
Come on. I can
nothing.
deal with anything, right?
Yeah.
But above all, too, I just truly believe all the things that you believe, which is that every human has the right to be celebrated, highlighted, and loved. And I'm one of these people just happens to have, even before any of this started, many, many gay people in my life. Mm-hmm. And I love them. And as my brother-in-law, who is gay, says, we're the lucky ones because, you know, he's very, very proud of the gay community, as am I, and I will never stop shouting about it.
I know, because we are a firm believer that equal rights for others does not mean less rights for you.
That's so right.
And everybody is entitled to dignity and respect because pride is natural. There we are.
That's right. And we're going to celebrate on that day, and I love how the two of you always make sure to insert joy.
That is what we are trying to do.
Joy. So we're going to do that on June 1st.
Heck yeah. And I'm already planning a giant maybe caftan made up entirely of ranunculus. Maybe I will be like a Rose Bowl parade float in my coat. That would be wonderful. I don't know.
Fantastic. We're going to deck you guys out.
Well, my husband, he's very crafty, so I might I need you to do things for this because pride is
pressure's
natural.
on.
I know. We got to look cute. Come on.
Yeah.
Okay.
But, you're going to get your sash and your crowns and we'll talk about all that. And of
Wait,
course, by God,
wait.
bring your family.
Scott didn't know about the crown.
I didn't know about the sash.
And the sash. He's overcome with joy right now, Carolyn.
Don't worry. You're going to get to pick some, too, because I understand these are important things. I would not pick them for you. So I'll send you some ideas. So you'll tell me what you think.
I love it.
My first sash.
His very first. My very well. I think it's my first. Yeah, my first.
Oh, I'm all verklempt. So exciting. And we're
What a day it will be.
And we are so happy and so proud of all the work that you and Buffalo Grove Pride and the Pinta Pride Project are doing out there in the suburbs to ensure that people live with dignity and respect. So thank you so much for all that you do. So the Pride Parade, we got a couple months.
Yep.
June 1st. It's happening from 11 to 1 in Buffalo Grove. If you want to find out more information about the Buffalo Grove Pride Parade and all of the amazing things that the Pinta Pride Project does, go to pintaprideproject.com and make sure you follow them on all the socials and all that good stuff, because they need to know being an ally is a verb, and you embody that, Carolyn
sure
Pinta.
do.
Well, thank you. We really try.
Yep.
And we love you guys, and we'll see you very soon.
We will see you very soon.
Thank you, Carolyn.
Thank you.
Hang in there.
Thank
Talk
you.
to
Thank
soon.
you.